Well, unfortunately, Newcastle United have missed out on Michael Elise, who is set to a move to Bayern Munich. However, things could be close for a new Newcastle United striker, but it might not be very popular. Hello team, welcome back to Newcastle Fans TV. As I said in the cold intro there, Elise is off to Bayern Munich, unfortunately. 3 teams were in for him: Chelsea, Newcastle and of course Bayern. So he's chosen to be coached by Vincent Kompany and Craig Bellamy. You can't blame him for going to Bayern Munich. It is what it is. Although that opens up a bit of a fire sale at Bayern. Could Sane be available? Gnabry's almost certainly available. There's apparently a bit of a fire sale around that whole squad. Even the likes of Goretzka and De Ligt are up for transfer. So maybe one for Newcastle to explore. The big news of the day really is Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I'm not in favour of this. Look, I can't lie. And it's not very often, particularly these days, that I take a negative, cynical tone. But I cannot understand this one. Look, the Telegraph is reporting that talks are ongoing and reaching their denouement for a transfer of Dominic Calvert-Lewin from Everton to Newcastle. 27 years old now, Calvert-Lewin. Has a good record against us. But as you will more than likely know already, injury record is shocking. This would probably signify the replacement for Callum Wilson. Is he better than Wilson? No, he's not. And this is a bit of it's been a very underwhelming kind of transfer window so far. Yes, Lloyd Kelly is an improvement on the likes of Dummett, and it's a shrewd move. James Trafford, one for the future, good goalkeeper, but it still underwhelms you a little bit, doesn't it? And this would be kind of following that mould. It's difficult to know who is in charge of the transfer targets anymore. Obviously, no Dan Ashworth. He's busy gardening until Monaco Mike coughs up the compensation over in Manchester or Salford. Yeah, so is it Darren Eales? Is it Steve Nixon? Is it Eddie Howe? Is it an amalgamation of all three? I would probably say it is. This one really isn't for me. Replacing an injury-prone striker who, when fit, is fantastic and has been fantastic for Newcastle United. A real game changer. And even in the bad times, saved us from relegation under Steve Bruce, probably. To another injury-prone striker who's just not as good and is still going to cost a pretty penny from Everton, who obviously need to sell once again. But I don't get it. I don't get this one. Let me know your comments, because, look, I have been wrong before, and whenever I take this negative, cynical tone, nothing would please me more for me to have egg on my face and for me to be so wrong. It happened with a lot of us with Anthony Gordon, didn't it? Look, I don't get it. When Sergio Guirassy is available for just shy of £18 million, who's had the season of his life up there in the scoring charts, but with the Bundesliga with Harry Kane, when he has a release clause for 18 mil, which for a striker is peanuts these days, when you see the dodgy transfers going around between Villa, Chelsea, and all of them to try and fudge PSR and all that, because that's what they're doing. It should be a no-brainer. Guirassy will likely end up at Dortmund. He's the only side I've seen linked with him so far this summer. And Dortmund are very shrewd with their transfers. Yeah, I don't get it. So, yeah, please let me know. Argue with me that Calvert-Lewin is a positive move. Seriously, tell me why he's going to be what is essentially a fantastic backup to Alexander Isak. There's no getting away from that. Isak, he is number one. Elise is a blow, yes, because there's a player with genuine promise and quality there. But you and I both know who I want, and it's Taka Kubo from Sociedad in that right wing position, who is still available. Go and get him, please. So yeah, it's it is underwhelming so far. I do think there'll be a marquee signing post-July when there's, the new accountancy thing, and just horrible how much of football these days is done on spreadsheets. But look, the new accounting period starts in July, which is when we can loosen the belt, loosen the purse strings, and kind of spend a bit more. That's when I think you'll see us go and get the kind of marquee signing of the summer. I hope it's not Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Look, when fit, he's a capable Premier League striker, isn't he? But if Isak stays fit, he ain't getting a sniff into that starting 11, is he? For me. But like I say, smash that like button. I'm full of cold, but it's fine. It's hay fever season as well. So it struggles aplenty, but we will soldier on. And by the way, whilst I'm here, Anthony Gordon, get him in that England squad. My word, Southgate, what are you doing? England need width and directness. Anthony Gordon, please, Gareth, start him on Tuesday. It is the most logical thing to do. I love Eze as a player, but why bring him on against Denmark when you're taking off a winger? Eze likes to play through the middle and is very, very good at it. There's a player I'd like. Never mind Calvert-Lewin. Eze is a player I'd love to see at Newcastle. But when you need width and a winger on and creativity and a proven track record of making stuff happen, goals, assists and everything to win football matches, Anthony Gordon should be starting for England. I don't know. Anyway, stay tuned to Newcastle Fans TV.